As the start of the 2025 season draws ever closer, there is a growing level of excitement and anticipation that the sport has not witnessed in a while. Eager to ride the wave of expectation, F1 have produced a promotional video to highlight the reasons why we should be excited for the season. Gone is the expectation that Red Bull and their driver will run away with the title, as they finished a lowly third last season. McLaren won the constructors' title, but Ferrari finished the strongest in second place, so there's at least a minimum three-way fight for the constructors' title, and a four-way fight for the drivers. Sir Lewis, who is making his record-breaking debut season at Ferrari, is one of those four, alongside his teammate who scored more points than any other driver after the summer break last year. Astonishingly, the F1 video makes a series of stunning revelations, some of which must have been accidental, because they provide a deeper insight into their world than they would have wanted us to see, and we will be highlighting the most striking ones for your attention. But, before going further, we would like to urge those of you who haven't yet done so, to sign our online petition for an inquiry into the BBC and Channel 4's coverage of what happened in Abu Dhabi. A link has been provided in the description. If you are on X, then please repost our tweet. Thank you. To start with, we came across 3 thumbnails that F1 produced to link back to their video, which is just under 9 minutes. However, none of those thumbnails included an image of their much-touted and highly acclaimed reigning 4-time world champion, who has broken so many records that would put Lance Armstrong to shame, and would be going for a record equaling 5 consecutive titles this season. Now, why is that? Why did F1 not feature him in any of the thumbnails used to promote the 2025 season? Should we not be excited about any of the daring deeds that he has been routinely performing every season, ever since the daring daylight robbery he performed in the night race in Abu Dhabi in 2021? After all, committing daylight robbery under the floodlights in a nighttime race, and in full view of the most viewers ever recorded in F1 history, was something to behold. But for some inexplicable reason, F1 chose not to include an image of this person, who they also claim is the most popular driver, in their promo for the coming season. It should be noted that 2 of the thumbnails were generated by accessing the F1 homepage directly from a computer and a phone respectively, while the third is the thumbnail from accessing the YouTube video via a search engine, from any device. Curiously, the image of their self-proclaimed second most popular driver is also not featured in the thumbnail on their homepage when directly accessed from a computer. That thumbnail only features 3 people, while the others feature 4. How, and why, have they adopted a thumbnail in which their second most popular driver is not featured? Please provide your answers in the comments section if you know. Moving swiftly on to the video itself. Given that it opens with a clip of Crashtappan getting into his car, even though he's not featured on any of the thumbnails linking to it, is that a clickbait or not? Never mind, let us move on with the female narrator. Big cheer for the girls. She opens up by telling us that the 2024 season was one of the most exciting, unpredictable and entertaining in the history of the sport. OMG! Would this be the same season in which Crashtappan was never outpointed at any time, and was over before midway? Or the one in which the second most popular driver, who finished top of the power rankings, set the worst ever record for losing the title while driving for the winning constructor, or for sliding backwards from pole position? We can think of so many other seasons worthy of that description, such as 2007, 8, 15, 16, and 21 to name but a few. Please provide your own suggestions in the comments section. Now, our regulars may recall that in our video titled, "The Cost of Mercedes Losing Lewis Hamilton Revealed as Ferrari Sponsors Publish the Benefits," we pointed out how in videos like ours that are highly critical of him, YouTube don't name Toto Wolff in the People Mentioned segment that they produce as a general guide. So, Can somebody then please explain why Max Verstappen is not named in the People Mentioned segment of the F1 video on YouTube, telling people why they should be so excited about the 2025 season? Max was mentioned fleetingly in the video, but for some reason his name, like the heavily criticized and deeply unpopular Toto Wolff, does not show up in the People Mentioned segment. One could be forgiven for thinking that F1 are trying to minimize his exposure, because he's as heavily criticized and deeply unpopular as Toto, if not worse. Well, moving on. We know that F1 have been pushing their allegedly second most popular driver as much as they can, but it's not easy working with someone with a penchant for backsliding. In addition to ranking the second-place driver of the winning car above the supposed four-time world champion that handed him the worst ever defeat in F1 history, Liberty Media also told the outrageous lie that had the season started after the summer break, then the loser would have been the winner. This is simply not true in any way, shape or form. It is an outright bold-faced lie, with bells and whistles. The graphics they provided did not support their conclusion, it was just a ruse to give the appearance of evidence. It is a matter of public record that Charles scored more points than any other driver after the summer break, so he would have been champion, as we have pointed out previously, and others in the comment section for the video were also quick to point out. It is indicative of the disrespect and contempt that Liberty Media have for the truth and the public, that they stated this outrageous lie just to gas up an ineffectual puppet. Moving swiftly on. Do you know who has been the focus of all F1 promotional material, including the video under review? Oddly, that would be the driver that came second in his team last year, finished 7th in the drivers' table, and was ranked second to bottom by a panel of F1 experts. Yet, in the video he is the focus of the thumbnail, description, content, transcript, and about everything you can possibly mention. In one of the many references to him in the video, the narrator described the prospects of seeing this driver who had performed so badly in 2024, racing in 2025, as mouthwatering. Now, why is that? She also described his move to another team to be the most anticipated in years. Why would the movement of such a lowly ranked driver be so highly anticipated? Could it be that Liberty Media have been so focused on going from one sensational headline to another, without any regard for the truth, that when it finally caught up with them, they look like they are looking now? If you ever wanted any proof that Liberty Media and Toto have been working together to sabotage Sir Lewis, this is it. How can moving from one team to another elicit such a dramatic turnaround in expectations even before a wheel is turned, if not that he was being betrayed to Liberty Media? Forza Ferrari.